Amanda Nunes came out and she basically revealed why she left ATT. Now, this is her second time talking about the fact that she left and why, and it's two very different stories. There is nothing wrong with that. In the moment when you're leaving, and I imagine that that would be very drastic. Like, I've lost teammates before, but to have a teammate that was that attached and that long-standing with the gym, not to mention successful, not only a champion, a two-time champion, no longer a two-time champion, but still the champion of the world. I mean, that's a big deal. That's a big deal when they decide, hey, I'm leaving these doors and I'm not coming back, so I'm just going back in time. But when Amanda made that statement, she was very polite. She said, look, I'm going to go do my own gym. This is a dream that I've always had. The opportunity is now. I'm going to start. Build a gym, build a business for my family's future, and also start to bring in and train the next stable of fighters. Okay, great. It didn't sound right when she said it to me. It didn't sound right. This wasn't a gym issue where a massive mistake was made, at least not that we saw and was revealed to us. And not to mention, she's the world champion. She's the sitting, reigning world champion. Things must be going pretty well. Can we agree on that? All right. So she's now come out and she's clarified. She said it had a lot to do with Kayla Harrison. And Amanda was speaking from her own perspective, saying, look, I was the first female at the gym. I built the gym. We now have lots of females that come to the gym. I get some credit for that. She didn't use that word. I'm mad, but it's because of me. So not to mention the success. I am the champion. As a matter of fact, I am the double champion. Moreover, I am the only double champion in the entire sport, and this is where I call home. But Kayla was speaking up, and we all noticed that. And I don't know that Kayla ever crossed a line, in all fairness. Each gym has its rule on where those lines are. Like the Scrap Pack, the Diaz boys, Shields, Gilbert, that would have in a million years never happened. But with other gyms, it's not like that. I came from the old Team Quest gym and we all liked one another. We would have competed at any time. It was different. But we had also come from a competitive wrestling background where you get into a bracket, they match you up, you got to go out there and do the match. It was different. It was just a different mentality. It wasn't a lack of loyalty. And I share with you, I don't really know what it is at the American Top Team. I had never seen anybody quite as vocal as Kayla, aside from Colby. But Colby was the one who was asked to leave. And I did hear Kayla speaking up, and she's saying, I'd like to get to the UFC, and I think I can win the championship. And I've trained with Amanda. I mean, she was speaking up. It was helpful. I enjoyed it from where I was sitting, but I didn't consider it from Amanda's standpoint. That's very fair by Amanda, because what if Kayla's right? I mean, losing your championship is hard enough. Having a true contender coming up with the same dream at the same time, trying to take everything that you've got, it's hard enough. It's a stressful enough situation. Having that person do it side by side with you in a gym who is providing opportunity to the gender because of you, it could hurt someone's feelings, sure. I think Amanda's very fair to say this. And I don't know where that's ever going to go, the Kayla Amanda talk. Like, that was a thing. That was a talk for a brief period of time that I was personally into, but it was because of things that Kayla said about the training room. Now, this is selfish. This is the fan. I was enjoying the drama. Not putting myself in Amanda's shoes, which she has now revealed, makes a lot of sense. When I say I was enjoying the drama, Kayla said, I trained with Amanda when I very first got there. My first couple of weeks, never having done MMA, I trained with Amanda. With any level of experience, I am very confident that I can go out and beat Amanda. I mean, that's a lot to say about your teammate. There's probably going to be some kind of repercussions. That could have gone back and forth and gotten very ugly. Amanda said nothing. So it was very different than the Colby situation, just by example, where Masvidal was firing back or Poirier starts firing back. Like, Amanda chose to say nothing, but now Amanda has chose to leave. What's going to happen to her? Who is she now training with? Anytime a fighter does something different, we get something different. In the world of boxing, this is a disaster. In the world of MMA, it's seen a little bit less often, so our focus group is a little bit smaller. And in the short period of time, we've seen some real success with it. Kamaru Usman has gotten better since going out to Colorado. Colby Covington has gotten better going out and doing his own thing. But historically speaking, that's not always the case, and it does come down to who's your coach. You know, Figueiredo just went through this. Just went through it. Figueiredo lost his championship, and he came out and said, I left my team. I went to my own gym. I'm now in charge. I got to run these classes. Somebody doesn't show up. I've got to fill in. I got to try to get my own workouts. Like, it's extremely hard to be a coach and an athlete simultaneously. It's extremely hard. One is very selfish. One is very selfless. It's just hard. I would be curious who Amanda's team is. I would be curious who she's got around her. The same as I was curious with Kamaru Usman, the same as I was curious with Colby Covington. But now that you hear her reasons, I don't know that she really had a choice. I don't know about that. That would be a very interesting spot, particularly if it was true. Particularly if Amanda herself thought my biggest threat is standing right there. Regardless of how that goes when they work out, or regardless how it went the couple of weeks they worked out, or regardless of what happened in the future. The mere fact that my biggest threat is right, I gotta count on everybody in here. Everybody in here has got to be aligned with the same goals, which is preserving my championship. As soon as that gets dented, trust starts to go down. Now morale goes down. It goes to hell in a handbasket fast. But either way, we do have some clarity. I accept this answer. That sounds right. That sounds like what we all suspected 5, 6, 7 months ago when Amanda first left the gym. Where that goes from here and how her training goes, let's wish her the best. Time will tell.